Hey guys, HannibalTheRising here with another online battle. It's Rome, Carthage, and Sulucid versus me, Macedon. This is a 3 versus 1 battle, and let's take a look at my army. I apologize if it gets laggy a little, because there's a lot of units on the field right now. And never mind, let's take a look at my army. I have 6 companion cavalry, 2 Macedonian cavalry, 6 royal pikemen, and 6 phalanx pikemen. Because I have to follow CWB rules, so I maxed out on cav. 6 of same and 8 cav, and I have 12 pikemen total, but 6 of them are different. So let's take a look at Carthage and Rome. Rome has 6 urban cohorts, 4 Praetorian cohorts, 1 Roman archer, and 3 auxiliary archers. Carthage has 4 slingers, 4 sacred band, 1 general's armored bodyguard, 2 Polonian infantry, 1 Libyan spearman, and 4 sacred band. Let's take a look at the Sulucid army, which is a complete mess. He has, I think, 3 sized chariots. I think he has 3 companion cavalry, 2 silver shield pikemen, and 3 legions. And for archery, I think he has 3 or 4 archers. It's really hard to tell because his army is a complete mess right now. So anyway, let's get back to my army and my strategy. So this by the way, this is just me. I divided my army into 2 armies. So the weaker army with the phalanx pikemen would face Sulucid, and the stronger army with the royal pikes would face Rome and Carthage. One thing I knew I had to do here, since I was up against urban cohorts first, is they kind of have the sacred band as reserve. I was going up against the urban cohorts, so I knew I had to put my phalanx into one solid line with no gap. So I'm not sure when you'll see it happen, but yeah, right here. So yeah, not having any gaps because even though they're gold, they'll still probably lose to urban cohorts because they'll develop them around the sides, even though they'll be dominant in the front. Also, one thing, I was up against chariots, so that's why I took some cavalry off of this wing here, and I put a few more over here because I realized even gold companion cavalry could still lose to the Roman cavalry because my guys will only have 20 defense even with gold defense, where I'm pretty sure the Praetorians have like 23 defense. So I was going to be pretty screwed there. Also, I have no archers. That was my plan because you can only have 20 units total, and that was kind of hard because I was versing 3 armies where they could have 20 units each. So in a total they could have had 60 units against my max of 20. So I couldn't use any archers. I had to get as many infantry and cavalry as I could. But I still did follow CWB rules though. So it looks like they're playing defensive since they have archers and things. But what I was really hoping was they would attack me since it's like a 3 versus 1. Also, the money was 30k, and they each got 10k. So it's like 3 10k armies against my 30k army. So although mine might be better upgraded, they have a lot more units than me. Also another thing though is I have like two armies basically. So I had to micro 2 at once, which is very difficult since the line's so long. Like I'd have to go over here and micro this cavalry. Well, this cavalry could be sitting idle and then they're vulnerable because I'm not even there to pay attention to them. So that was another thing that was very difficult. I mean, I had to micro like crazy with all my cavalry. I actually put a total of 6 cavalry on this wing because I realized they have 4 Praetorians, 4 sacred band, which is 8 right there, plus their general's bodyguard. Plus, they'll be arching my horses too in the cav fight. That's another disadvantage that I don't like. My biggest worry were these side chariots, because I don't have any archers to actually like enrage them. So that's probably one of the best benefits he could have gotten. Me having no archer, and then he can use the side chariots to take out my gold cavalry. I eventually merged my army into one big line, mostly because they put their armies sort of together, and I realized I'll just have one big line, just one massive phalanx, and I would march that against them. But as you can see, they didn't move up at all, so I'm the one who had to move all the way to them, which kind of sucked. Because I thought 3 versus 1 they would at least move to me. Oh, I'm sorry, they actually have 2 slingers and 2 skirmishers. A mistake I said before where they had 4 slingers. That can also be a disadvantage in the infantry fight. But if they were smart, they would put the urban cohorts behind the sacred band, and then they could throw Pila at my royal pikes while the sacred band takes them out. But one really bad thing, he's got all 4 archers ready to arch my cavalry. Right here. Also, 2 of them are Macedonian cavalry too. And 4 of them are companions, but it's not good that 2 of them are Macedonian cavalry because they have less superior stats than the companions. So I was really worried about that. What I was hoping was that I'd be pretty dominant against these urban cohorts, mostly because I have no gaps in my line. So what I did was I selected them all while they were moving like this. Soon I'll do this. I put them in phalanx formation and then I just clicked up so they would just move straight up. I didn't tell them to attack any urban cohort specifically. I just told them to move up and then they would engage them eventually. See right here, they're going to approach in phalanx formation, which looks pretty sweet when they're one line like that. Another thing, while I was trying to micro my cavalry, because this is a big cab battle that I have to win on the right wing, on the left wing I couldn't put my my companions against the chariots, so they would get slaughtered. So basically what I did was, even the front of the phalanx, they just smashed it. And they got destroyed. One thing I did here though in the cab battle was I took a royal pike off because I thought I was going to lose the battle. I didn't really expect to win this cab fight, but I brought in the royal pike and I microed my cab to surround them, as you can see. So I have royal pikes and I have the advantage of surrounding them. So I think that might be why I won the cab battle, due to micro. And due to these extra royal pikes that I brought in. Take a look at the other side of the battle. Let's see, I saw the chariots, there's only like 1 chariot. So that's why I had all my cavalry sort of engulf that chariot. And then they got screwed over. One thing I was happy, one got enraged. But he still got 2 chariots against my, my companion. And they're sort of surrounded. So it's kind of screwed there. One good thing, oh actually not really a good thing, he brought in the sacred band, and then you can see that's pushing my my royal pikemen right out. So while he's got all kinds of infantry and stuff here, I have to sort of micro around that, and then I have to hammer and anvil all of this big mass of infantry. So this was a really tough battle to micro on both ends. So yeah, I completely lost my left flank, as you can see. So that's why I had to hurry and win the right. So, see, they pushed my royal pikes right out. I mean, they literally just pushed in that pike. And you can see the urban cohorts were still winning, even though they were at the front of the phalanx. They're surrounding them.
This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it is beyond belief.
Killed the enemy general.
The enemy
That's
general
good.
is killed. Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts.
So the whole time my cavalry was getting arched, which is really bad because it lowers morale too. But another good thing was I had ranged the chariots in the cavalry battle. So that was kind of handy. See, it kind of screws over his own units here. Pretty sweet to see him fly there like that. Although I don't think any of them actually died. Here's a pretty sweet hammer rifle. Then they wrote. So it's almost confusing to see the battlefield right now because there's so many different units running around right now. Like all the archers and cavalry, infantry. So I kind of enjoyed this 3 vs 1 because it's a really big challenge to verse 3 people at once. Because they have their army split into smaller sections and then each of them can micro a section. Well, I have to micro one huge, large Colossus army. See, I had gold, and they actually lost to the companion. And they weren't upgraded very much either. I think I might have even had an experience on that Macedonian cavalry too. So that really wasn't good. So in the background, I'm just chasing down some archers, and I'm trying to finish off what's left of the Sulucid infantry. And here comes the long spears, which looks pretty sweet. Here's perspective of my phalanx. And mine's definitely dominating because their phalanx isn't even upgraded, and mine's gold. Plus rogue pikes are naturally better anyways. But you see here, it's a good hammer and anvil strike, but my men were too dominant in that infantry fight, and that's why they didn't rogue. Plus they're upgraded too. So that's really good.
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it is beyond belief.
See all those pikes come down at once. Looks pretty sweet.
Great God be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemy's hearts.
Just like that. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got a Roman archer, three slingers, skirmishers, archers. Really not much. But I'll just fast forward a little bit so you don't have to watch me chase it though. But I had fun this game though, especially the challenge of versing 3 people at once. It's pretty difficult, but it was still very fun to play. You see my opponent submitted a defeat here.
This is a victory
And then that's
for
the
the
Macedonian
gods,
victory.
a day of triumph to mark
It would have been really easy to win with Rome if I had like gold, urban cohorts and Praetorian cohorts. But I didn't want to be that cheap, especially the Praetorian cavalry. They're very strong. So that was fun. I had almost 2,700 kills with 800 men remaining, and good game to my opponents. And I'll see you next time, guys.